RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do is LB, not a Del Boss, aka Shuttlebrook, the Dope Artist, one half of the Sample Kings, RingGangRadio.com in the building.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxing in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Hey, Bodega P, straight from the sewer, and you are actually in the sewer today.
Yeah, man. I'm doing some overtime. I was on vacation. Now I'm back in overdrive. I'm fucking putting my foot in these rats' ass like I'm fucking Perella.
There you go, you know what I'm saying? So the city, the streets need to beware, you know what I'm saying? Because P's about to clean y'all up once again. So y'all just need to get out of his way. Real talk. And then last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's happening? It's your boy Conscious Pilot, aka the West Coast Avenger #1 contender, preparing for liftoff. Destination Ring Gang Radio. Let's go.
That's what it is. I like that. This is, he stays elevated, elevating above the clouds. Yeah, I can dig it, man. That's that. I like that. But yeah,
I'm gonna let this nigga spit some bars next time. Like he get that shit smoother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, check it.
You got the floor. Go ahead.
Oh man, no, but yeah, we definitely got some stuff to talk about today. There was a lot to talk about from this past weekend's fight. Interesting things to talk about.
Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Like my man Uncle Murder said, shit happened. Niggas want us to talk about it, so let's talk about
it. So let's start off with the good.
Yes, the good was the PBC. The PBC card. Now we didn't.
The accident card.
It was accident cards.
The good when it wasn't supposed to be good, it turned out good. One of those.
Yeah, and it turned out good for all the wrong fucking reasons, as usual. That's how usually shit goes. And one of the reasons it turned out good was the opener between Vito McNicky, who's who's a prospect that Al Heyman took from Bob Arum famously, versus a Philly stalwart, James Martin. And obviously
took the wrong prospect, dickhead.
Yeah, and the odds, I think Martin was like plus 1,800 or some shit like that on the odds, or whatever.
He was a big underdog,
yeah.
Like he even flew under my radar, bro. Like,
yeah,
I be looking at them underdogs.
Yeah.
Let's say we got zero knockouts for those victories. That's crazy. I just checked it out. Damn. Right.
Yeah, the way this nigga was punching, I'm absolutely shocked that he has no knockouts.
Because it's his temperament.
Yeah,
he punches hard.
Yeah, but Philly niggas be the craziest. That's if a fighter comes from Philly, then you already know that he's battle tested in some way or form. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be tough and scrappy.
Yeah.
So you already gotta be able to handle that.
Yeah, and he was both, for Vito. Vito never was comfortable with this dude in the ring. Not like once. Flat out, Martin was beating him to the bunch. Martin broke his nose, had him bleeding from his mouth. Like this shit was like, Vito was getting his ass whooped.
But the thing is, it's not like he wasn't in the fight.
No, he was.
He was landing his shots too. Because this is the thing, like people, like if you read the PBC Instagram comments and shit that was being posted afterwards, people was like, man, he was set up. This, that, they should have never had him take the fight. I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of here with this setup shit. Like, dude lost a tough, winnable fight. Like, motherfuckers that was Joe Frazier out there. Like,
Yeah, no, this would. I mean, setup would be like if the dude was like, like a 20-0 guy with like 18 knockouts and shit like that. Something.
Yeah, you don't set somebody up with somebody that nobody's ever heard of. The fuck.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
who's not a puncher and who's like 3 inches shorter than you.
Yeah, exactly. Dude has no career knockouts. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no setup. Like dude was just, he was just a tough guy. Like dude is like tested. Whoever.
And what's the name? Ain't fight he ain't had a right game plan. Like Goosen was letting it be known throughout the commentary.
Yeah, like I mean, Martin. First of all, like he established his jab early. Like he got off his jabs more than Milnicki did. And Milnicki tried to counterpunch him, but that wasn't working. And the jabs, kind of, ended up like breaking Milnicki's nose.
Because of the upward angle it was coming from.
Yeah.
And it's like he was waiting too much. Like you the bigger guy. Like
yeah,
the bigger guy with the faster hands. Like usually walking him down, letting him go. Like I don't know why these young guys don't want to be pushing out 70 punches per round.
Yeah, and the only just that Martin did was he started doubling up on his jab, tripling up his jab, and then just throwing it with right hands. Like it was just simple. And
he was throwing off dude's rhythm the whole night.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, Martin, for the non-puncher, he stood in the pocket with dude and was slipping them punches. Like and you can tell like, he was slipping. Like he had nothing. Like he was slipping the punches. Like Milnicki wasn't connecting on shit. But yeah, though Milnicki, I mean, the funny thing too is Milnicki's trainer was saying that dude wasn't listening to him. Like, he was telling him some shit. Like, but Milnicki wasn't he wasn't doing anything. Like,
but what the heck would he telling him so bad that he wasn't listening to? Because I didn't hear no like gems or some shit like that.
I mean, whatever he was telling him that Milnicki just wasn't doing. It didn't look like he was because he made no adjustments.
Yeah.
And then like the last couple of rounds, like Martin was just landing on him. Like, although like I said though, Milnicki though he fought as hard as he could though, but the skills weren't there that night for him. And it was worse because Martin stayed in front of him. Like it wasn't like he was jogging, he wasn't taking laps around the ring and shit. Like he was standing right in front of the dude, doing what he was doing. And honestly, I thought, I was like, okay, let's see if the PBC draw will rear its head or this dude will get flat out robbed.
Yeah, because the fight was contested enough where I could have seen where, like, they could have finessed a draw, but like, I'm glad the right person won.
Yeah, I didn't see a draw there. I mean, I
didn't either. But this is the thing, the dude, he kind of let up at certain moments toward the end of the fight. Like I feel like if he'd have kept pressuring, he could have probably got a stoppage off it.
Yeah, because Milnicki was, I mean, for a guy with no power, Milnicki was getting lit up at times. Like it wasn't like those punches were hitting him. Like dude was getting lit up a good amount of times. Now I was waiting for him to take a knee or something. I think the only thing Martin didn't really do all that much was go to his body all that much. If he had actually went to the body, he probably could have set up for him to take a knee. But Martin executed whatever he did. He executed his plan to a T. And
that type of fight was at least like 5 rounds to 3.
Yeah,
maybe 6 rounds to 2.
Yeah. I think one of the cards was show like a 6-2 type of score too.
Yeah.
And the other one
had it like 4 rounds apiece. So like,
there was no 4 rounds for Vito to win.
Yeah, that's like you giving the benefit of the doubt, like real hard.
Mm-hmm. But Milnicki though suffers his first professional loss by a majority decision, and it's currently now the biggest upset gambling wise and this year.
Damn, more than Josh Warrington?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Milnicki though, I mean, he took his loss in stride or whatever. I mean, that's all you can do is like, he got to come back strong or whatever. But
I wasn't very high on him anyway to begin with, so maybe he'll bounce back, but who knows? We'll see.
Maybe it's coming for that nickname that he carries.
Yeah, that white magic.
That white magic. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
nah.
now it's funny. Now that I'm thinking, first Josh Kelly, now Vito. Now all we need is a Joey Spencer loss to make the cipher complete.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that shit is
But
coming.
that's the thing. It's like they don't take the chances with Joey Spencer career. Like,
Well, they can't because he fights at 154, so they know PBC has a very strong 154. Like, from now on we're in the top, but also
it's
in the
not
middle.
even just PBC. It's just in general with 154. Like, it's like 154 is just dangerous. Period. Like, don't matter if you're don't matter if you're a top rank, the zone, PBC. If you're some bullshit promotion company, some little. I'm not saying bullshit, but you're some up and coming, nobody heard of you shit.
Yeah, 154.
Dangerous for you too.
Yeah, and Joey Spencer, because they keep promoting that dude, is like, but Joey Spencer, they can't just put him with any 154. Like, they have to really be careful with that, with that, and
So we'll probably see him in one more fight this year.
In fact, I think he's supposed to be on some PBC card coming up.
I thought he'd be on Fundura's low already, but it seems like they're already pushing Fundura a little more than they are with Spencer.
I mean,
Because Fundura's ready.
Yeah, it's way better.
Fundura is ready.
Because Fundura is way better than Joey Spencer.
Yeah, they haven't even tried throwing Gallimore at Joey Spencer yet.
Yeah, right. Gallimore was like the jobber for all those guys. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not even a Coda, none of that shit. Like they're putting that dude with like unknowns, and some of those unknowns already came close to actually beating him.
Yep, exactly.
He's just another one of those flashy, style, little substance type fighters. But they look like they got something. But
yeah, but I mean, at least Spencer only
know
has.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer only has. I mean, he only has 12, 13 fights or whatever. So we gotta. So
That's
yeah.
enough. What fuck?
What's that?
Are we gonna wait till he gets to like Ricky Hatton level fights before you fight Vince Phillip?
I mean, who knows? I mean, like I said, they gotta match him carefully just to make sure that they don't, throw him with someone that will throw him a beating or something like that.
Man, it's better they get it when they early in their career and young, and they can bounce back.
Yeah, well, there's way too many sharks at 154. That's the problem. It's like navigating those waters is something else.
Nah, it's true, but I mean, if this guy supposed to be a blue chip prospect and he supposed to be the goods, then sometimes the goods gotta deliver.
That's also true. You're absolutely right.
I mean, look, the other guys already kind of surpassed him as far as like facing their threats, and we're still waiting for Joey Spencer. Like, Joey who? Like, come on.
And speaking of 154, that's actually a good segue, into the main event. Main event that we also didn't think would be any really competitive. It would be former WBC 154 champion Tony Superbad Harrison, making his comeback after losing his belt to Jamel Charlo, facing Bryant Perella,
which he never should have won in the first place, might I add. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
After borrowing Charlo's belt for a year and talking shit and pumping, getting the fight pushed back.
Yeah. And he's facing Bryant Perella, who's coming up from 147, and where he was no more than like a fridge contender, if you really even call it that. Now, this was supposed to be set up for Tony to at least, to look good and get a knockout victory, since, he's the veteran.
Now when Roy Jones got involved.
Roy Jones. Roy Jones, did work with Bryant Perella, like. I have to. He gets props because Perella looked like a completely different fighter.
Yeah, it looked like he could win a title now. Like,
yeah. You right. You absolutely right. And for whatever reason, and then Harrison, mentally, I don't know. Mentally, I know because he lost his father to COVID last year. I know that was that was mentally took a toll on him. But just the way he fought was just. It was listless.
Let's keep it real. Perella put his foot in his ass. Like, no way around.
Yeah. I'm about to get this Perella pack going. So how about we just let my nigga King P drop his verse? I'm listening.
I mean, there's really nothing more to say. Just that Perella looked like he was putting his foot in his ass, and Harrison wasn't doing much. There were times he fought in spurts, but it was just like I don't see how he should have gotten that win. I thought it was honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I called it a draw only because of those certain moments. I felt like it was, but it shouldn't have been that close. It shouldn't have been that close at all. We've seen what Perella looks like before, and it's not top level. And Harrison's supposed to be, for better or for worse, a top level guy. So, and you got a guy coming from 147, like I said, 147 mid card to now should have maybe getting the victory against a top guy at 154. No.
Yeah, and that's crazy because even in PBC that doesn't necessarily happen. Someone from 147 going up to 154 like that and giving someone
get better. Like when does that happen?
That doesn't happen at 150. That's
not often, yeah.
Except for maybe Molina. Like that's the only example I could think of.
Yeah, you know,
they got better from 147 to 154, but that shit doesn't happen. It's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, especially from someone who's so low level. But yeah, Perella was putting Perella was putting his foot. I was getting pissed. I was like, Tony. I was like, Tony was taking these punches like he was repeatedly taking lead left hands from that dude. Like,
because he came back and this whole let's dead this myth about Tony Harrison being so fucking skilled now. Can we stop that now?
I always thought he was talented. I always thought he was very talented, but it didn't look like it. Didn't look like it that night.
Yeah, no, like I mean, because remember when Tony came into the scene, like Tony was a puncher. Like Tony used to be getting rid of these cats. You know, prior to him losing to Willie Nelson. You know, and then after that, you know, he'd been, you know, he wins, but they're not like the high profile wins until he got gifted against Jamal Charlo in the first fight. But I saw I saw another, like he was fighting like a damn fool at time. Like it was
Tony Harrison got confidence problems, man. I'm just saying.
It's a mental
it's mental with dude.
Yeah, it's mental issues. I mean, not, you know.
Yeah, like I mean,
dude went from a puncher to like having these decisions with guys he should be dropping and stopping. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he was eating left hands, he was eating right hooks. Like, he was getting bullied to the ropes and everything. I was just like, and then, I mean, to his credit, though, he didn't seem to gas out. That's the only thing I'll give him credit for is he didn't gas out. But the trade-off, like, he was getting hit so much, it was ridiculous. Like, you know, I was just like, what is this? Like, I was getting pissed because I was like, I didn't know what the fuck I was watching. I didn't know Tony was. I was like, you know, I just didn't know what the fuck this dude. Like, he wouldn't wake up. Like, you know, he fought listless for 12 rounds.
He fought a dumb fight, but like Pete said, maybe it was due to just the dude putting his foot in his ass. I mean, because I just thought, you know, he fought. He didn't fight as smart as sometimes he does. But
I don't know how much his father had, losing his father had an effect with, going into this fight because, the long layoff and that. So I want to give him a pass, but that was just a poor performance. And he's lucky to leave with a win.
Yeah, he's very lucky, that.
I had it. I mean, I'm going in on him, and I had it a draw, but he looked so shitty in that if you would have said Perella should have won, I can't even say nothing. I can't even argue with that.
Yeah, he can't argue with it. Yeah, he can't argue with it.
Yeah, and then the judges. I mean, the fun thing is too. I mean, one of the judges had Perella, I think it was like 117, 111, and which you can't. I don't argue with that one. And then the other one had Harrison winning 116, 112. I was like, what 8 rounds did you see?
Oh, yeah.
Harrison fucking winning like that. There was no 8 rounds that Tony Harrison won in that fight.
Nope.
No.
You would have had to do a stretch to even give him 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stretching hard for that 7 too. Like
barely
the
even
the 6, we let you get away with the 6, but 7 and God forbid 8. Come on.
Yeah. And then of course we have the draw 114, to complete the fuckery.
Yeah, it was, dude. Look, it was a combination of everything. Tony Harrison not being as skilled as people claim he is. And think about it. When's the last fight he looked good in?
Who? Tony Harrison?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to you know, specify that as the whole fight, or because you look good in the you look good in the 6 rounds of Hurd before Hurd went Jason Voorhees on him.
Technically, he did. I mean, he did look good in the first Charlo fight. Although I did think he lost.
No,
that
he
fight.
did, bro.
No, he
One
didn't look good.
Yes, let's stop that.
No, both Charlo fights look competent. You know, like some people were saying in the second fight he was. I don't agree with that. Some people say he was winning. I didn't agree with that.
I had Tony Harrison winning the second fight before he got stopped. The first fight, I didn't think he looked good at all, and I was there for that.
Okay.
The first fight, he was trash.
He fought scary as hell.
Yeah, but the thing though, it was more or less that Charlo was really inaccurate in that fight. Like he wasn't like Charlo
but he didn't do it. Like this is the thing. Like I don't understand. Like
I mean, it was a difficult fight to score.
Much in that fight. And he fought super scary. And I think it's one of those fights where people punish Charlo for not looking that good.
And honestly,
whereas Tony Harrison didn't look good either, and he was getting hit with the bigger shots.
But the thing is, it wasn't that wide. Like I mean, I scored that fight 115-113 for Charlo because, like I said, didn't know.
That shit was like 116, 112.
But either way, I was like, I mean, he didn't gas out. Charlo didn't knock him down or any of that shit. Like the shit that you saw in the Hurd fight.
Dude was barely doing anything. Of course, he ain't gonna gas out. It's just like how we be seeing with Canelo when he don't gas out against the heavy bag type niggas he be fighting sometimes.
Yeah, nigga, if you don't gas out in his case, that's a good thing.
You saying all that.
Like I said, all I'm saying is he got lucky to walk away with a damn fucking draw. That's
you got lucky as fuck.
A draw. I mean, a draw is in this case. I said it was a win before because a draw for him is a win in this case. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, dude hasn't looked good in a winning victory like years.
Well, I mean, the Ishe Smith fight's probably the last time, if you want to say, because I mean, he did. I mean, he had Ishe out a couple times in that fight, or whatever. But he still got a split decision win.
100 years old fucking Smith.
I mean,
he should have KO'd him if that's the case. Smith actually almost won that damn fight too on the cards, which is kind of wild. I rest my case. That's exactly what the fuck up. Cause I'm just waiting. I'm like, let me see if this nigga's gonna keep it real. Cause I remember that being a rough ass close fight for dude.
Oh wait, the Ishe fight?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a struggle fight. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot. I forgot
That's
about
what I'm saying.
that.
Like Tony Harrison didn't look like the world beater of that shit either. Like, dude hasn't looked good since the damn Willie Nelson loss. Like, if we just want to keep it 100.
Yeah, I mean,
skill wise, does he has good technique? Good ring movement and all that. Yeah, his defense is trash though. He backed up straight too many times. That's how he ate so many lefts.
Yeah, Perella was eating him up. Well, and I was just waiting. Like, if Perella really went to his body, he, like I said, and that's the thing too, is like all the shots that Perella was landing, like he wasn't really going to the body. I was like, if he had gone to the body, he probably could have gotten Tony out of there.
It wasn't a body night though, but even then, like, I ain't gonna blame him for the judges' incompetence. Like, he did more than enough to win that shit, going to the body or not.
He sure as hell did. You're right.
Because this is one thing I can't stand what niggas do. When someone gets robbed, the first thing a nigga says, well, he could have did this, and well, he didn't look good, but I thought he won. It's like, yo, did he should have won or not? Yes or no? He should have won. That's it. Cause I'll be honest, like, Brad be having the mail bags and niggas be bitching about the damn Golovkin fight, and the first thing this nigga says is, "Bull, he didn't really throw body shots. This, that." I'm like, that nigga asked you, did you think he won or not? Not if he looked good. Like, don't move the fucking goalpost. Like Perella put his foot in his ass. Like
He did, but I mean, the body shots could have actually got to the point where he probably could have stopped him. I mean, he won the fight for
I mean,
James.
it's possible, yeah, but you know, it ain't like Perella hit like Charlo with her.
Yeah, I mean, he has decent power. I mean, he has power, but yeah.
Yeah, he does, and honestly, he was buzzing dude up and down in the fight, really, but. It is what it is. I think he hit him with enough hard shots to the head. If he had real power, he would have dropped him or got him out of there. So
yeah. So I mean, so either way, like
I'll never disagree with more body punches, though. Like, let me just put that out there. You know,
yeah, but
I'm just saying I'm not holding against him.
But yeah, this is one of those fights that Tony should not be satisfied with no damn draw. Like he's got to run this back. Like this.
Hold on, wait. The official fight. What was the official? I thought he won. It's a draw.
It was a draw.
It was a draw. It was a draw. It
was a split draw.
Wow. So it was a draw.
Yeah.
Wow. Because the thing is, like my DVR cut off at the end of the fight. So I didn't get to hear the decision. So I thought the nigga won.
Yeah, no. It was, one score was Lou Moret scored at 117-111 for Perella. Max Lucas scored at 116-112 for Harrison, and Zachary Young scored at a draw. So,
114 apiece, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that one just fucked it up for
And the funny thing too is like Perella had the 12th round because Perella won on all the cards, so that was what for Zachary. That's what got him the draw on that one. So
what you say?
The 12th round because Perella won it on all cards. That's what got him the draw on Zachary Young.
Wow!
So BBC draw.
Yeah. So if Perella didn't win the 12th round on all cards, Harrison would have won. Wow!
He would have walked away. He probably would have walked away with the victory.
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm sorry. Even the draw score is looking bad now, but I can see it.
Like I said, a draw for Harrison in this fight is a win. Like it is. It's basically
it's a win.
But, but let's
it's a win, and you better run your ass back, run that shit back.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. And I mentioned this to LB earlier, off cast, but I said Harrison looked so bad last night or Saturday night that he would have lost to. I could see him losing to Swift A, as in Danny Garcia Swift.
And me not even liking that dude. I agree. Like Danny,
holy shit, we got past.
There you go. That's it. I almost want to be like, that's it, cut. Like let's next subject. Like just leave it at that.
Like Danny's left up would have decapitated that dude. Repeatedly.
Now, oh man, if Danny would have caught him in them exchanges.
Yeah, Tony said would have went for the flying because Tony was just like I said, he was moving back, he was just eating shots like there was no defense. Like he would get wobbled, come forward, eat more shots before he'd actually start throwing anything. Like the shit, it was just bad. So that's why it's like, yeah, Tony, you gotta run that back, bro. Like. I know it's nonsense, but you're supposed to be a top dog at this weight. You're a former champion, bro. Like you gotta, you can't let Bryant Perella.
You were looking real fringe contenderish.
Yeah, like you can't let Bryant Perella come up from 147, where he was B level, C level, and hand out that type of beating to you. Like you gotta run that shit down.
Yeah,
he was a fucking mid-carder at 147.
Yeah.
Yeah, you let a mid-carder come up and beat your ass, and you escape with a draw. This some Rocky Apollo Creed shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like niggas is gonna be sending in bad fan mail.
Yeah, I'm done with this shit. I've had all I can speak of fucking Tony Harrison.
Yeah, no,
Next.
but overall, like I said, yes, it was PBC. Had an excellent, good card, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
On Fox, like wow.
On regular Fox of all.
They didn't mean to turn out. They didn't mean to turn up a good card. I'm about to fucking play. I'm about to I'm about to play Nas Accident Murderers because that's what they did. It was an accidentally good card.
Oh man, yeah, like they gave you like the best amount of true, real boxing for the whole weekend.
They did, you know, and salute to PBC for that accidental matchmaking.
Yeah.
You know,
Although y'all ain't had the best judges.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all niggas had the judges from the Bosco and Gonzo fight.
Oh,
At least for the main event, y'all did.
But yeah,
Thank God y'all got the first fight right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next.
Yeah. So next, the other card, which